guys, it's Multimedia 7 here to do a channel message. So, let's get right into it. Yesterday, I had two 2D Dreamcatcher messages and the two, I had two Dreamcatcher messages, 2D Dreamcatcher messages in the dream state. And the first dream was like, huh? Alright. And then the second dream was like, kind of funny. Not even gonna hold you. So, excuse me. Ooh. Alright. Anyways, so let's get into it. Let me tell you about the two dreams I had, 2D Dreamcatcher style. So the first dream I had, I was taking a nap. I woke up in the afternoon yesterday from this nap. And it was like three parts of, three different significant parts of the dream in the 2D Dreamcatcher. Um, because there was three different scenarios, I know there was a something very specific that God wanted me to see, and for the most part, I guess what I needed to know and see, I was able to tell somebody who also needed to know for confirmation. Um, so the Tuesday Dreamcatcher message started off. Um, it was three women. But what was so significant about the dream is that the three women were it's like from the past. So I don't know if this was like three generations ago, 3 decades ago. But this is more than a decade old worth of things. Like scenario. Because it showed me a significant location, a shopping center, but not in this modern age. It showed me from more than like 2 decades ago. This same exact location it was showing in the dream state. So I'm like, all right, this has to do with someone of an older generation. This has something to do with the new generation comparison. This has something to do with it was a point of view dream. So I'm like, all right, this is somebody's perception, and this is somebody who is older in age, and they could be a woman, or if they're not a woman, they could be Cancer, Virgo, Pisces, and or Capricorn zodiac prominent placement, or anybody, but placement rather. So, hi, how are you doing? Hi. So now we know that from the 2D Dreamcatcher that there's a perspective coming from someone who is older in age, could be 3 generations older than you, 30 years older than you, something could have took place 30 years older. Hey babe, I'm vlogging. Did you hear me? Vlogging. Thank you. You said look. Oh, I'm so pretty. Thank you. You said look like I wear a shower cap. Gotta stay ready, so you don't gotta get ready. Now, back to what I was saying. So in the 2D Dreamcatcher message, basically, this person who's older in age, their perspective was so interesting. Now, but I also know about this person who's older in age. This person has to be stalking your social media. All right, because it was showing me a dream state about algorithms and stuff like that. Um, so yeah, so keep that in mind. There's somebody older in age that was watching your content or your social media, and they have a particular perception. Now, the first perception is interesting because I saved it, some sort of content online to share online. All right. But before I could do so, I had the dream. You understand? So God wanted me to know something specific about a piece of content that I watched. So the content was about McDonald's play plays. Give me the phone. Give it to me. Don't. Thank you. I told you once. Thank you. I know you took a nap, so if you want to play on a computer, you can play on the computer. If not, it's quiet time. You know I does not mind if you play on that phone, even when I'm vlogging. But you doing a tad too much. Anywho's, how do I? How do I comment in the comment section? You can play games on here. Why would you want to play games on? Oh, I guess you can play with other people. I don't know how to. Oh my gosh! I didn't know you could do that. Oh my gosh! I didn't know I could do that. Oh, we're gonna. Thank you, YouTube. We're about to. I'm gonna use that green screen. I don't know what I pressed, but I'm gonna figure out next time. Uh, how do I type? Uh, somebody asked for my cash app. All right. All right. That's my cash app. If you'd like to send a donation, I appreciate it. If you does send in a donation, I will personally read read the cards to see what God has to say to you. Unless I felt led by the Holy Spirit to give you a message, or if you have a specific question. Now, going back to the 2D Dreamcatcher method. So the content that I saved was in regards to the McDonald's plays, excuse me, playpen. Somebody got a child, or maybe like toddler, very significant. When I heard Rugrats, I seen Rugrats like the playpen, so it's given like a group of mamas or daddies doing play dates and stuff like that. But anyways, so the content I seen in regards to McDonald's Play Plays was in regards to their new update for the Play Plays in this year, 2026. So certain locations now have started to remove the play area and just put kiosks of games for the children. And the person who made the content was like, oh my gosh, there goes my childhood. I'm not that old. Da, da, da. I thought you thought I was running. You sound so pretty. Thank you. Hi, how are you? So, God bless you. So, I didn't even upload it yet. I just had it saved. So, in the dream state, I'm seeing that same scenario. These three women, they go into a restaurant, arcade looking. This is somewhere where it's a restaurant, but they probably have games there and there's other amenities besides it just being a restaurant. It's one of them like more modern restaurants that's more like inclusive. All right. Now, mind you, supposedly, allegedly, in the dream state, this is supposed to be like 3 or more decades ago, or 3 or more generations previous. You know, so it's taking place in the past. So this new modernized restaurant, there was a woman who seemed to be like the owner or somebody important that worked there at these computers. All right, and I don't know about y'all. If y'all remember when they first installed kiosks into the restaurants, people were not feeling that shit. They did not like the kiosks in the restaurants. So this owner, who's a woman, these women walked up and saw her at the kiosks, computers, whatever the case may be. Now, mind you, I had a 2D Dreamcatcher message a few years ago with the computer scenario, but it was at a drugstore, and it was a previous Virgo friend I used to have. I'm no longer friends with, and it was her, and she was gathering people around to watch my social media in the dream state. God was showing me, like, was getting people together to talk about what they see you got going on social media. And then they got caught up by the authorities, the archangels. All right, because obviously whatever they were doing, it's like they were trying to hack into the social media and stuff like that. It was just too much. Anywho's, so 2D Dreamcatcher message. So they see the woman. They walk up to her at the computer screen. She's looking frazzled. She's looking stressed. She's looking overwhelmed. This owner trying to. It's like she had whatever they had to put in regards to the workload, the documentation, whatever the case may be, in regards to that arcade, restaurant, movie, cinema place. Yes, that's what I meant to say. It was a restaurant with an arcade with movies inside of it, all in one place. So it was like the new. And it was within a shopping center. And this is like, I don't know if this has to do with the arcade, movie, shopping center that is no longer. But anyways, that could be significant to somebody. So these three women walk up to the woman, seeing her frazzled and everything like that, asking her, like, because they didn't really know if that was the place they're supposed to order at. But even though there's a concession stand behind that place, parallel to it, behind. So they just going to see what's going on with the woman. So right then and there, let's just talk about that. First and foremost, the three women who came into that place of business. Out of the three women who came to that place of business, I only visibly saw two people. Alright? So Taurus is very significant. Zodiac, second house placement, very significant. In regards to giving you a tip or hint as to who this person is that's been stalking you on social media. If the 2 to 3 previous generations or 30 years older than you is not significant enough. The other person I seen visibly was there in that group, but I could never make out their face. Scorpio. It could be Scorpio, Taurus, Cancer, Virgo, Pisces, Capricorn, Zodiac placements, prominent embodiments in the birth chart of the said person. Keep that in mind. This person could be 2 to 3 generations in age difference from you. There could be more than one person I'm talking about. So, after that scene of seeing that person overwhelmed, mind you, there's something about either your personal business or your career field, somebody who wants to imitate you or feel like they're doing more than you could have took on more of a workload to compete with you, and they're feeling overwhelmed, they're feeling frazzled. All right, and you just might see this some way somehow that anywho's. Somebody got a little bit too much dip on their chip. I was thinking of another saying, but So the next part of the dream, the woman in particular that is giving the point of view then goes to the public restroom of that restaurant, movie, cinema, arcade place. When she goes in there, she notices that instead of it being three bathroom stalls, there's only two. Now, where it's supposed to be, so one stall is regular on the left side. On the right side, there's supposed to be two stalls, but these two stalls are conjoined. There you can see the toilet on one side of the stall, another toilet on the other side of the stall. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. This is somebody who could be trying to be sexually active with the same sexual partner as you or previously. This is where that animosity come from because somebody wanna wanna compete sex with you, loser. Um, because when you gotta make it a competition, a challenge, a game, you have already lost. You've already lost because what? Anywho, anyways, so the woman goes into the bathroom stall, uses the left side of the bathroom stall, whatever the case may be. And for whatever reason, she can see out of the bathroom stall and see that where you would wash your hands in the public restroom, basically, that owner who was frazzled and taking on too much dip on her chip, she was overwhelmed with her workload. She then goes to the public restroom bathroom to wash the dishes that she was feeding the customers with in the public bathroom sink. So not only this person who is projecting on you wants to imitate you, wants to be better than you, and can't obviously because they're frazzled, overwhelmed, overworking themselves to compete with you. They're also understaffed in whatever career field they're in. That now whatever they're doing, what I don't know, like because food is mentioned because it's a restaurant. This could just be in regards to the word of God. I don't know if there's a church involved. This could be in regards to somebody's spiritual beliefs, their morals. Your enemy and op who's trying to compete with you, trying to compete with you, you don't even know what the fuck going on. So you're just seeing certain things. You're like, oh, all right. Um, this person, whatever they got going on, they're doing some unsanitary shit. Like this person's so tired. Not let me not say tired. They could because they put like they took on this workload in order to compete with you. That now like they're not being sanitary. This could be in regards to their health. This could be in regards to how their upkeep, how they're taking care of themselves, and they're really not. Their eating habits, what they believe in, tainted. Hello, how are you? Hi. Back. Five back to you. 15. So, the last part that you drink, whatever the case may be, and like this is the thing. So, somebody could have been trying to compete with you. I don't know. This could be in regards to um trying to have like somebody could have been trying to have sex with your significant other or whoever you're sexually active with, um, and they can't. Somebody could have. I don't know if you're in the entertainment industry. If you do music, somebody could try to compete with you and be a competitor to you in regards to the music industry. Somebody could, if somebody was trying to compete with you and you're in the music industry, this person trying to compete with you based on sexuality. Somebody's like, dang, I seen these, this is a few weeks ago. I saw these pieces of content online on my news feed, and it was like female rappers be like, Pussy, Pussy this, Pussy this. Like, that's how somebody got to compete with you. They're like, let me make it more raunchy. Let me make it more sexualized. Let me be more explicit They thought that was a form of competing with you. And people not now that people think that person's a dirty whore. All right, that was just a side note. But somebody tried to like compete with you, so like they tried to figure out who you're being sexually active with, so they can go be sexually active with that person also to feel as though they're that you're inferior to them or vice versa, whatever the case may be. And God's not even allowing that shit because it's something about their health. Like they're not sanitary. They're not clean. I don't know if they have a spiritual disease, a sexual disease. They not like I don't know, something's not sanitary with them. If you like in regards to what you like, you understand. So they can't even come near who your person is like energetically. Happy Tuesday. Good day, good day, good day. So, one moment. So, by the end of the 2D Dreamcatcher message, the first dream in the afternoon. So, like, you don't even have to do anything. It's like, grab your popcorn, grab your snacks, just sit down and watch. Like, take a seat, watch what's going on because, like, you're not even going to have to do anything. Like, your enemy's, like, self-destructing. Like basically, they're just self-destructing. They're overwhelming themselves. They're taking on a more workload. They're not being sanitary with how they eat and their health. Um, the sexual health is just, and you just might be seeing certain things. This could be online or you just like, dang. You're not even thinking too much of it, but when you see what you see, you'll just know. By the end of part of the dream, that same woman who came there with those two other women, Taurus, right? Somebody was judging you, what you got going on. Somebody thought it was movie, cinema, restaurant, eatery. Somebody didn't agree with your spiritual beliefs. Somebody thought your life is like a movie. Somebody thought you just be playing around. Your life is like a movie. I don't believe what your spiritual beliefs. Somebody darn near believe like you was almost like a gypsy, bitch. You just a gypsy in a live action movie, bitch. And they was like, my life is better than that. I can do better than that. And now this gypsy, like, nah, I'm not saying you're a gypsy, but like it's giving like not necessarily carefree, but you do as you please because you're led by the Holy Spirit. You understand and have discernment, so you know where to go, where not to go, what to do, what not to do. This person don't understand that shit. They have not taken the steps to even grow their discernment. So that when they see you, they just think you're just doing any and everything, and life is easy for them. And then when they try to imitate what the fuck you got going on, that shit is hard as fuck. Basically, so the last part of the dream, this same woman who had came like into that place of business with those two other women and was observing what was going on with another person who was projecting in the first place. Now they're behind the scenes in another room, a more secluded room, because some way, somehow, mind you, the woman came in there with two other women to like just to eat, play arcade games, go to the movie, cinema, something, just relaxation, leisure shit. Some way, somehow, this woman went from using the bathroom to being in the room to be getting hired and getting her onboarding for that same place. And so, first thing I'm gonna say is, I don't know how, nothing but God, but there might be an opening in regards to a position in a career field, a place of business, where someone who's projecting on you in a negative connotation, it feels as though they're better than you, was trying to judge you, was looking down on you, bitch. They are so overwhelmed and can't do whatever the fuck they said they could do in regards to a certain career field workplace. It doesn't even have to be the same place. It could be a competitor. Take the message that resonates. There's going to be an opening in a career field where someone is going to literally handpick you Like, we want you, we will pay you. Just do what you do. We need your expertise. This is what the fuck is going on. You ain't sign up. You ain't need to show no resume. Your resume exceeds you at this point. So yeah, so something like that. You're gonna be handpicked for a certain job, career, whatever the case may be. Somebody wants you. In that room where this woman was going to be hired, there was a man, African American man, kind of a little taller than this woman. He sees that the GM, the general manager, the woman who was behind the computer screens. So, all right, so this is a scenario. This career field, this job that's going to handpick you, wants to compensate you for something in specific, is because this person who was hired to manage and basically handle the productivity of a certain career field, job, whatever the case may be, they can't freaking do it. They're understaffed. They thought they can do it all and be better than you while they was judging you. Now it's a scenario where I thought you was the boss. There is a scenario where this person was doing all that negative connotation against you, towards you, and they might not even be the boss. They might even have a boss. They're not the boss because they have a boss. Or they have to put their pride to the side and it's like, I can't beat them, then join them. But they want you to join them. Because now they want that workload that they couldn't handle. They want you to do that. But if the workload so much, they had to hire somebody else. It's something about a Taurus. It could be a Taurus man, bitch. Because it was an African American man who was a little bit taller than this woman. He was in the same room as this woman being hired. And the GM, that lady who was being unsanitary, washing the dishes in the public bathroom, oh my gosh. All right, so very quickly. I saw this piece of content. One of my fave pieces of content right now at the moment is watching the realtors try to show off these inhabitable homes, and it's like the funniest thing to me. I just think it's super, 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 super funny. So there was this one home, I believe it was like down south, maybe like in Florida or Miami or something like that. And it was in Miami, and this realtor was showing this home, and it was a studio bedroom apartment, and literally, as soon as you walk in, you see the kitchen. The kitchen didn't have no sink. As soon as you walk into the kitchen, you see basically. As soon as you walk into the home, that's the home. It didn't have no sink. As soon as you walk in, it's the refrigerator. On top of the refrigerator was the microwave. So the person who was like doing the response to the video, like the reaction video, whatever it would be, they're like, where's the sink? Where's the sink? And then the realtor says, so here you have is a spacious bathroom, and here's the sink. You can wash it. She was like, wash your dishes in the bathroom. So I don't know. This could be the life that your enemy or op is living. Times might be a little hard for them. They might be crunching numbers in regards to their living arrangement. Like somebody could have been like, you still live with this person, or you're not living by yourself, or you're not doing this, you're not doing that, and they're living like that. Like what I just explained in regards to that Miami realtor and what they were trying to show off. This is a person, they couldn't even show off their home if they wanted to. They could pay rent for that home and still can't show it off because it's inhabitable. While they were so busy judging you. Now, back to what I was saying. So, like, in the 2D Dreamcatcher message, the ending of it, the first one I had in the afternoon. What's it? Dismantling enemies, bitch. You ain't gotta do nothing. This excuse me. This person now had to hire you and another person to do this workload, right? But this person is so prideful. They don't want you, like, even though they need the help, they recruit you to do the help because they know you can handle the task, the job, the career field. They even got you somebody else to help to share the workload. They're not going to train you. This person's going to thought they were going to hire a trainer to train you. Now, there's something about Virgo embodiment. Somebody feels as though you're having too much fun. You're too carefree. This is part of their judgmental. Virgo, somebody was judging you. I love that whole Virgos are judgmental and then Taurus can really hand out the judgment shit. I love when that analogy comes out, and because Virgos like to be handlers, micromanaging other people. But if you have a prominent Taurus placement in your birth chart, it's like that's not happening, bro. So somebody tried to enlist you to help them because they couldn't do something, and then they got another person with you to help you. It's like peep game. Somebody couldn't do what you do. I was already judging you because they can't do what you do before they even attempted to try to do what you do and failed. Then they realized eureka moment. Can't beat them, join them. Matter of fact, you join me, no pun intended, to help me do something I couldn't do because you can do it. I can't do it, so you come do it for me. But I don't want you to take all the credit, so I'm going to get you some help to share the workload so it don't seem like you this amazing person that can do all these things anyways. And then the person's so prideful, they don't want to train you because first of all, they can't do it. That's why they hired you. Or they want to hire you. Or they want you to be a part of the team. But they don't want you to know that. So they're going to they're going to ask somebody else. This is now you're being compensated, another person being compensated to help you, and then another person being recruited to micromanage what you got going on. This sounds like 3 different expenses for this enemy knot. You seem truly intelligent. That's refreshing. God bless you. But yeah, so basically that's the gist of what's going on. But the thing is, the person that this person wanted to, so all right, somebody wants you to work with somebody who is very, very ignorant. Because this African American man that I've seen in the dream state that also was being hired for the position. Somebody's annoyed by you, but they want you to be annoyed by them. How that work? Anywho, like I was saying, this African American man that this person, bless you too. I like it, Angie. You like it, I love it. Now, this African American man that this person wanted to share the workload with you is very, very ignorant. Because the trainer, so the GM had called the trainer who was supposed to micromanage you, the both of y'all, and was having a sidebar conversation with this person. If the person's a trainer and already been a trainer, keep peeking. If the person's a trainer and already been a trainer of other people, wouldn't that be a prerequisite? Wouldn't that be something they're used to? What sidebar conversation would we have to see between the GM and the trainer in the dream state? And then the woman is a woman who's the owner, who could not do, who was understaffed to begin with, couldn't imitate and do what you were doing. Wants you to help their business. You're another woman. They're too prideful to ask for help, so they try to make it seem like it's something else going on. Whole time they need you to, in your expertise, They're too prideful to explain that. So they get a trainer, so or handler, someone to micromanage you, who's a man. And who else did they hire to share the workload with you? A man. Somebody could have wanted to play matchmaker with you if this because I'm talking a platonic type of way, but in a romantic kind of way. Somebody could have tried to play matchmaker with you. They like, you need to be with an ignorant man. You need to be with somebody who's not as smart as you. You need to be with somebody who you can control. That's very significant. This man who's a little bit taller than this woman in the dream state who's also being hired was very ignorant because he saw the trainer. The woman even like the woman was just observing, seeing what was going on. He saw the trainer. He said he like I think he's Swahili. Isn't Swahili a language? I don't know. Am I tripping? Because that's the first thing I thought when I woke up. It's not Swahili a language? He's like, oh, like that's all. Like this person is ignorant. It's somebody who's not well versed, well rounded. Somebody wants you to be paired up either romantically or platonically in some sort of endeavor with somebody who's not as well rounded with you. And we don't discriminate, but it's like, yeah, Swahili is a language. He was like, yeah, I think he's Swahili. You think he what? And that's how the dream had concluded. And I woke up in the dream like, you think he what? Oh, just threatened. Just listening to you. Wait, what? Woo, excuse me. Just listening to you, they probably felt threatened by your presence. Anywho, so that's part one. So I took another nap. This dream was funny. Excuse me. Actually, the 2D Dreamcatcher message I had before I started this channel message, it was more of a vision. So early in the day yesterday, I uploaded a promotional based content from a sponsor, and that was that. Usually I would promote it a little bit better, but it was a freebie, like a sponsorship. It wasn't something I necessarily had to promote heavier. That's what I would say. So I had the choice of promoting it, and I chose to promote it. I did not have to, so I didn't do too much. I thanked my sponsors, and I went about my business. So I take a nap after doing all that. I have a vision. The vision starts off with somebody holding a phone watching social media. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, confirmation. I'll get back to that because I forgot a whole other part of the 2D Dreamcatcher. I'll get back to that. So I'm on the second dream. I'll reiterate. What's to call it? Somebody try to cause some confusion, bitch. Somebody wants you to be confused that they stalking you on social media and they want to imitate what the fuck you got going on and they having trouble doing it. Somebody wants you to be confused because that shit is going on. Congratulations, you're a dumbass. Anyways. So the vision is somebody the vision starts off somebody holding it. You just see somebody hand holding a phone on their social media, watching somebody else, and it's a woman. So this woman is online. It seems like it's TikTok, the same place I had just uploaded content on, mind you, before I had the nap. So I'm already alright. So I'm point of view watching, and mind you, point of view dreams is the perception somebody else has about you. So already you're seeing somebody watching social media. This is what somebody feels when they're watching your social media content. You could be a content creator. So this woman, she has this brown, if you're into hair, number 27, body wave, wand curl thing going on with her hair. She's wearing a sweatsuit, top, bottom to match. Don't remember the color. And she's explaining in the content that she made, it is giving a behind the scenes before I do something type of scenario. So the woman is explaining in her content that this person is viewing her content that she was at the Cheesecake Factory and she's like in there. I'm not talking about like at the restaurant eating down at the Cheesecake Factory. No, she's behind it. She's back there in the Cheesecake Factory where they cooking and wherever the case may be. But they wasn't cooking in the drink. Because the woman also goes on to explain that it was 2 o'clock in the morning at the Cheesecake Factory. They are closed. The employees, but it was only one employee mentioned. This is around the time the employee is cleaning up, getting ready to go. Some way, somehow, this woman is doing content where she's in the Cheesecake Factory and she's prepping for a music video. The woman goes on to explain that basically the employee is a hater because she had this concept inspo that she was going to do, but the employee basically told her, no, you can't do that. Mind you, whole time I'm wondering how do you not work at the Cheesecake Factory, but you're behind the scenes at the Cheesecake Factory at 2 o'clock in the morning making content. But an employee told you can't make the content that you want to make. So that's what I was thinking. But anywho, so the woman is like basically saying since she couldn't do what she wanted to do, because I felt as though like it was something about like her outfit. She was gonna do something with the outfit and like a backdrop, and she was gonna use the Cheesecake Factory to do whatever she wanted to do, and the employee told her, no, you're not doing that. Employee was never seen. The woman was just reiterating what she was told. So the woman said, you know what? I'm gonna get creative. I don't know if the Cheesecake Factory got an ice cream machine. Peep game. So the whole video that this person is watching in the dream state of this woman is of her in front of an ice cream machine at the Cheesecake Factory. And she has this big bowl and makes this like, you know how sometimes like when people make a menu and they want to showcase the product really good, so they make that really cutesy version of the product. This woman has so many scoops of ice cream in that bowl, made it look so fancy and everything like that. It looks so cute. Now it was very interesting. I don't know if anybody else would like realize anything like that, but she was in front of an ice cream machine. I'm talking about the fountain ice cream. You know the fountain ice cream go like this. In the bowl, it was scoops of ice cream. I don't know about y'all, but I realized that. So she said, well, I'm gonna just use this as a prop for my music video and this, that, and the third. The person who's watching the content of this woman explaining how basically she ain't sit on her behind when somebody told her she couldn't do something, she made the best out of the scenario situation. To me, it was given like there's a woman who is an aspiring artist or is in the music industry, and there was somebody that didn't want her to do something in specific in regards to her career ventures, and instead of feeling down and out and disappointed about the situation, she decided to take matters into her own hands and get creative. When I tell you, as soon as she explained the whole story just like that, so, oh yeah, I got creative, made ice cream since I couldn't do what I had to do, and now I'm gonna do this. The person who was watching her on the phone on social media was like, this is exactly what they said. How they get into Cold Stones? So now you have Cheesecake Factory, you got Cold Stones. Cheesecake Factory and Cold Stones are not predominantly in the urban areas. No shade. You have to go to somewhat, or even if suburbia, to go to any one of these type of restaurants. Your enemy or op could work at these places or have prerequisites of working at these places. You could have, or somebody could have took you there. Now, this is why I say somebody been watching your social media. A few weeks ago, maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, I was in the mood for some ice cream. Previous to that week, where I had the taste for the ice cream, one of my favorite ice creams was not in stock. So I had to wait like a week, 2 weeks to get my ice cream. It was a strawberry shortcake. All right, I like that. That's one of my faves. But I had got this idea from somewhere else, and then I had some, residual cheesecake, and I got creative. I put the cheesecake with the strawberry shortcake ice cream together, and I ate it like that, and I uploaded it and put it online. So when the cheesecake and Cold Stone scenario came about, because I'm gonna go back into my archive and figure out around the time where that was, because then I'm gonna know something. Anywho's, because that's around the time somebody was projecting some bullshit, and God would let me know, and now it's a back to center now. So somebody tried to stop you from doing something, maybe a week, 2 or 3 weeks ago at max. One to 2 weeks minimum, 3 weeks maximum. Somebody tried to stop you from doing something that was projecting on you, bitch. A back to sender reversal was had starting yesterday. And said, "Hey, Black Mama." Hey, hi, how are you? Not trying to flirt, but you are radiant and glowing, beautiful brown sugar. Thank you. God bless you. How are you, beautiful lady? I'm doing good. You said ice cream and cheesecake. Yeah, I don't know. I'll start something. Everything good tonight? I don't know. I mean, it's alright. I mean, I don't know about later. Like, Henny? Let me stop playing. Anywho's. But yeah, the person was like, how they get like how they get into Cold Stone. Now, I have a Scorpio ex lover. Actually, I have a Scorpio. Let me not even, because that's a stretch. I have a Scorpio ex boyfriend that I dated when I was in high school. And when we got out of high school, he took me on a date. We went to the movies, and he got me some Cold Stone ice cream. Tell me why I didn't know I was on a date. I previously dated that nigga everything. He said, let's go to the movies. He bought me ice cream. The whole time I did not know it was a date. He had to tell me after the fact he got me a ride home and everything. The whole time. Yo, I be in my own world. The whole time I did not know it was a date. I'm just going out with I'm just, going to the movies with my ex-boyfriend. He got me some ice cream. I don't know. I didn't see the sign. I really did not know. He took me on a date. I don't know how. I didn't know. He got me ice cream and everything. What the fuck? This is not my eyelash. What the fuck is this? I know whose eyelash it is, but it's just like, damn, bitch. It's not eyelash, but it looks like it. But alright, that's confirmation. What the fuck? I don't know. Somebody might have OCD. Very significant. Oh, you see my nails? Thank you. It's for me, my nigga only. Anywho's. So yeah, somebody who work a 9 to 5, they might work in cinema in some sort of variation. I don't know. Maybe they have prerequisite working at an ice cream store. Maybe they want to work at an ice cream store. my previous mentor said if something makes you mad, eat ice cream. So I knew when I seen an ice cream dream, I was just like, somebody's so freaking mad at you because you're dating somebody that they wanted to date. That's all it is. Because when I reference of my, at oh, who else got me ice cream? This one nigga, my previous manager in training, had got me ice cream, but I never was intended to date him, want to be with him, nothing. Nigga said he had 10 kids. Fuck, I'm gonna do with you? Like, no. You have a great vocabulary, plus you look hood. Plus you hood. Oh. Ghetto bougie, that's me. Anyways, so that's significant. What I did not mention from the first 2D Dreamcatcher message that I was talking about. Um, Basically, it was a confirmation. Like, I saw the Scorpio aunt that I'm not related to. Basically, she was. It was 3 different people, but we're gonna start on the Scorpio aunt I'm not related to anymore. That I don't fuck with. She had. Basically, it was a confirmation of a dream that she had took my uncle out because I told you my uncle, the Cancer zodiac sign, passed away last month, and I was getting dream messages that as she was trying to do it, how she was gonna do it, what was going on, and I was telling people about it, and then when it happened, they were so focused on that, and then I told my Aries biological mama about the dream I had today, where it was a confirmation that she had took my uncle out, and she confirmed it, basically because she told me what the dream was about. Basically, I said because when I saw the dream, I was like, I knew this was about this person. Let me just go tell somebody who the information is going to be more valuable to. And then she confirmed this is what's going on. This is what she's trying to do, and I was just all right. Also, in that same setting, I saw a previous ex-lover who's a Scorpio, and this other nigga I went to school with. Peep game. Drake, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. I don't know what the fuck that nigga doing, but mind my business. Now, so keep that in mind while I'm talking about what I'm saying. So, in the dream, I'll narrate what was going on. So, it was nighttime, Scorpio embodiment, and it seemed like I was about to go do something. So, I was about to leave out the house. But before I could leave out the house, I saw my ex-lover, who's a Scorpio, trying to tamper with, like, not the mailbox, but you know, like, I don't know about y'all, like, not so trusting the people, so have a key for the mailman or mailwoman to then get into the mailbox because, like I said, so that ex-lover was at my residence. Mind you, he is not welcome. Trying to tamper with it or get into my mail or something, like, I don't know. Now, the key is very significant because the key, what does the key open? The door. Doors are significant of new blessings or opportunities. So somebody was trying to take your blessing opportunity away from you. Now, let me tell you why this Scorpio ex-lover is so significant. This Scorpio ex-lover is significant. Oh, confirmation. Thank you, God. Because I just got the confirmation because I asked God the other day, not even more than 2 days ago, about the scenario that happened years ago. Like in the year 2022, maybe. Someone tried to scam me. Someone tried to scam me, tried to get my information, and I told God I'm never letting up on that person because the way they tried to scam me. Like they was really wilding. They was really wilding trying to get other family members involved and shit from overseas. God just confirmed it was a Scorpio who did that shit. Because I'm like, no American could have did this shit. And how would they have no? It was certain specific shit. Shit, I said that shit to the Federal Bureau. I was not fucking. I was so mad. Like, I was. I did not give a fuck. I did not give a fuck because the shit I was going through at that time, somebody already wanted me in a bad scenario, and then somebody tried to scam me on top of that. I didn't even have nothing to give for somebody to try to scam me at that time. So send that shit right to the Federal Bureau. I was like, here's the emails, the links, the phone numbers. Here you go, bitch. I was not playing. Like certain things I was. Anyways. Anyways. So I saw the Scorpio ex-lover in the dream state trying to tamper with that key mailbox, whatever like that. So somebody was trying to block my ex-lover, trying to block my blessings, new opportunities, whatever the case may be. But I called him. It's like this person was trying to do it in secret. They didn't want me to know this is what they're doing. Let me tell you why this Scorpio ex-lover is very significant. When I was in high school, this nigga had a crush on me. I didn't really know. I went to middle school with him. I went to high school with him. He had a crush on me. Where the fuck? I ain't find out until my senior year. I was supposed to go to prom. I didn't go to prom, but he was supposed to be my prom date. He was very, very upset that last minute I decided, I didn't decide, but I could not go to prom. That's why to this day, bitch, I'm going to enjoy my wedding day because I never got to go to prom. I'm going to make a whole thing of it. Anywho's. So that ex-lover, he had the same name as the person who tried to. That's why that's significant. Anywho, so that Scorpio ex-lover, we didn't get to go to prom. Years later, after I graduated high school, he tried to reconnect. I'm feeling like this is why I learned like if it didn't work out before, years have went by. Like literally, if you try dating somebody, this is my honest biased opinion. If you try dating somebody previously and years go by and y'all don't try dating again, don't do it. I'm not saying no intermission type shit. If years go by, it's a freaking reason. So back then when I was naive, I felt bad. I'm like, we never got to experience or venture, whatever the case may be. He's still trying to talk to me and he's still saying he's infatuated with me. Let's try this out. Bitch, this nigga tried to scare tactics on me. He tried to speed racer in the car without looking. This nigga was driving full force, almost 80 miles per hour on a motherfucking 25 miles per hour zone. Not looking at the road, looking at me, trying to not looking at the road, like I will end it all if I don't be with you type shit. I should know. I'm like, I would never get a day because I was contemplating jumping out the fucking vehicle, stop, dropping, and rolling. I'm like, bitch, at this point, like my life is more. Ah. So yes, I value my life more than a nigga who's infatuated with me for real. So I'm like, yeah, I'm like, no. The other scenario with that same nigga, this is when I gave him a try. Like I don't know what the fuck. Like these all didn't happen. Like 1, 2, 3. These are all the scenarios that happened while trying to date this nigga previously. Um, this nigga, the way he tried to find something in common for both of us. So like we would have something to talk about. Where we case would be because we was like completely different. And nothing wrong with that, but we didn't really have nothing to talk about. He just wanted a trauma bond. If it was a trauma bond, he wanted to find something we could have in common. I was very much into astrology. He was like, yeah, teach me about astrology, but he really didn't care. So it was like, I'm very passionate about astrology. He wanted me to read his birth chart, and then everything I was saying about his birth chart, he wanted to negate it. And it was like, bitch, You're proving my point. Um, and when the day I was reading his birth chart, he had like, he took me to a secluded area. Now, we didn't have to go to a secluded area, but he was like, let's go to a secluded area. I'm like, all right. So he took me to the secluded area previously, and I was getting my discernment was like, something's not right. Something's not right. This bitch ass nigga, I don't know what the fuck to this day can't explain to you, tell you what exactly happened, but I'm gonna tell you from my perspective what happened. This nigga took me to a secluded area. He got out the vehicle. He went behind he went somewhere where he thought he wouldn't be seen. He said he had to go use the bathroom. You know how guys be? They be like, "Hey, let me go use the bathroom real quick," and they leak outside type shit. So he went to go do that, but I could see him from where he was at, and it looked like he was grabbing something. So I'm like, "This nigga grabbing a gun? What the fuck is he doing?" So I'm like, basically, like I'm like, where he told me to go to that secluded area. He tried to take me to a secluded area. I chose the secluded area because at the end of the day, God forbid, if anything was to happen on foot, I could just make it home. I knew my way, so it wasn't that far. And then like we was by the authorities, so like I at the time, so I don't know what the fuck. So anywho's, so like it looked like he was pulling out a gun, but he was trying to conceal it at a distance while I was still in his vehicle. So I'm just making sure my hand is on like the door handle. So I'm just like, when he get back, like he try to do anything funny, I'm hopping out this shit. So he pull up, he get in the car. I'm like, I'm starting to say like, like let's get out of here. And he's like, no, let's stay here for a few more minutes. Why? Like I'm saying let's get out of here because by December things something going on. Some motherfucking what's the best? What the fuck is that nigga name? Freddy? That nigga Freddy from the scary movie shit? This white ass, elderly old Freddy looking ass nigga pull up in this motherfucking sedan looking ass car, tan car, pull up parallel in a parking spot to where we was at in a secluded area. And I'm looking at him, the Scorpio ex lover who the car wasn't on, mind you. So he's looking at me, look at him, but he should like it's like he was trying to distract me, like have a cool conversation. My intercessor was like, no, watch this old Freddy No versus Jason looking ass. And this nigga was trying to open his car door parallel to my passenger car door. And I just see him pulling out a syringe. Ah! I said, start the car! Start the car! I started tweaking because I'm like, this nigga trying to set me up. What the fuck going on? So this nigga looking scared also, but at the same time, he not trying to start the car. Start the car. Start the car. So this nigga start the car. Reverse, take us out here to center. He pull up to my house, and he pull up parallel to this car. This car, I know everybody's vehicle at the time who lived around my like avenue. I see this car I ain't never seen before that looks similar to the motherfucking Freddy nigga car. Ironically, and the motherfucking nobody's at the car. It's empty. The motherfucking trunk is wide open. I hop out the car, I hopped out the car, ran in my house. I was not. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck? Now, why is it significant? Because prior to that scenario happening, this is why I thought he set me up. Because he finally had invited me to his house. Previously, my Scorpio ex-lover. When he invited me to his house, this Scorpio ex-lover I'm talking about is a different Scorpio ex-lover that I was talking about that took me on a date. So the Scorpio ex-lover that I'm talking about now, in this variation of story time, this nigga finally invited me over to his house. I got to his house. First and foremost, he lived in like a urban area. I'm already like, no judgment zone, but like I like to say, I like to feel safe wherever I'm going. So like if I'm dating you, I'm already thinking like long term, will I feel comfortable keep coming over here? And feeling like that, I'm like, no. So, but I'm like, at least we're gonna be in the house, wherever the case may be. So, we go in the house. I never see this nigga's sister. His sister was in the room. As soon as we came in, it's like she knew code that I got a female over here. She never seen me. I never made any noise for her to know I was there. It's like there was some sort of conversation that was had before I got there. So as soon as I came in there, she left out. So no witnesses, bitch. The Scorpio ex lover then asked me if I want something to drink. Coughing for my enemies. Let me give it some drink. Because this is one-on-one story. So like the Scorpio ex lover, I'm sitting on the edge of his bed. You know when a female come to your house for the first time, you sit on the edge of the bed or seat because you know you're not trying to get too comfortable. So I'm sitting on the edge of the bed. He in the kitchen talking to me. He's like in another room. He's like, "Hey, you want something to drink?" I'm like, "What's the options?" He tell me the options. I'm like, "All right, I'll take some wine." He had some Pinot Grillo. That's my favorite. So I'm like, "All right." So I hear him pull the Pinot Grillo because he told me the Pinot Grillo was in the fridge. I'm like, "Oh, it's chilled. I'm happy." This nigga pulled out the Pinot Grillo. I hear him pulling out from the fridge, but then I hear him open the cabinets. I'm like, "All right." He's getting the champagne glass, the flute, whatever. You said bless me, thank you. You said hello, beautiful, thank you, God bless you. So I'm like, all right, he's getting the drinks, but like I'm making sure because he had like TV on instead of like that in the background of the room. So I'm like, let me listen to what the fuck he's doing over there, because he kept talking to me, kind of walking back and forth and going back. So I'm just like, I'm not like no funny shit. My discernment about him was kind of like, but I didn't want to. I was kind of like, let me give him the benefit of the doubt before that other shit happened I just told you. So like previously, so like, I was like, let me give him the benefit of the doubt. But I'm like, I'm not no dummy. He's pouring my drink. I'm in his house. He might want to get sexually active. He might want to loosen me up. You know how niggas be thinking. So I'm not around him while he's pouring my drink. God forbid. But like, let me just listen in to what he's doing. He told me the drink was in the fridge. I heard him open the fridge and pull the drink out. I heard him open the cabinet and get the glass. Then while he's doing all this while he's talking to me, I hear his voice go farther and farther away. Then I hear a light turn on. I'm like, he's in the bathroom. Why is he in the bathroom? I start hearing him open the motherfucking cabinet drawers in the bathroom. Like, what? So then I'm like, I said something to him that alarmed him, so he left out the bathroom. So I'm like, all right. But then when he thought I wasn't paying attention, he went back to the bathroom. I was like, this nigga trying to put something in my freaking drink. Fuck no. So I already knew by the time he came to me with that drink, I wasn't going to be drinking that shit. So he came to try to give me the drink. I'm sipping it. We was having fun for like a good hour or so, maybe hour and a half, whatever the case may be. And then the whole time we was together in his bedroom, this is spiritual discernment, I kept looking at this nigga pillow. And then when I would look at his pillow, he would start reaching up. And I'd be like as a reflex of me looking at his pillow, I'm like, something is at that pillow. I don't know what's at that pillow, but he got something in that pillow. I just freaking knew. I could not describe it. It's nothing but God. So I started to like peep the pillow, try to stay away from the pillow, not make it seem like I'm scared too much. Because I felt like there was something going on that I didn't know, but I didn't want him to know that I was on to him. And then I had to still fake pretend to drink the drink. It was like a whole thing. So we had started kissing and everything, and he trying to lay me on the bed. My head when he had laid me on the bed, my head kind of like was above the pillow. The pillow was above my head, and because I didn't know what was going on with the pillow, I did not want to rest my head on his pillow. So I guess I was moving around a little bit. I was getting too close to the pillow, so I just started seeing him. He not reaching for me. He's reaching for the pillow. So I was like, fuck, because like, what the fuck is going on with the pillow? So I'm like, what's going on? He's like, what? No, nothing. I'm like, is it something right there? Like, what's going on with the pillow? This nigga, he's like, oh, well, this nigga pull out a whole gun from underneath his pillow, bitch. Nigga pull out a whole gun from underneath his pillow. So the whole time, my discernment was telling me there's something in the pillow. I wasn't tripping. And then the nigga tossed it to the side, other side of the bed, and wanted to continue doing what he was doing. At that point in time, I'm just like, even if I don't want to have sex right now, I'm gonna have to because I have to get out of the situation. Like I was trying to figure out like how to get about that situation. So we did what we did. At that scenario, like a month had went by because I think he went on vacation. But even that's scandalous. We're not gonna get into that. Long story short, he came back around. I didn't want him to know I was on to him. So like I decided to like, have him come closer to where I was at, and we was in the. I even skipped the part where he kept. All right, I skipped the part where he had took me on a date at the park outside of my not jurisdiction, but outside of my area, wherever it came to be. He took me at a distance away from my home, took me on a date to the park, and he kept clutching for like his gun in the car, and I knew that then. And then like, and I was feeling some type of way because he was trying to get me intoxicated while we was at the park. That he kept going to his vehicle like he was about to go grab something. All of a sudden, this sheriff vehicle from another motherfucking township rolled around, and this nigga got scared. He said, "Let's go." I'm like, so now going back to that scenario, I had to get about that situation. So then when the Freddy No versus Jason situation happened, I'm like, oh nah, because I just didn't want him to know. I thought he was about to try to do something to me if I didn't want to do something with him. So I gave him another chance, like to make it so we can be cordial before I dipped off on him. And then that shit happened. Blocked that nigga on every motherfucking social media. Fuck you talking about. The other dude I saw in the dream that was in correlation with the 2D Dreamcatcher message, like getting caught up, trying to do something. Scorpio had Scorpio embodiment. He's actually friends with the same guy. Now, this guy I went to middle school with, and he's the first person who introduced me to Lil Wayne's music. Libra, something about justice. I don't know. The injustice of the situation. Long story short, he would do like when we was younger. He would do like certain things to show me like he was interested in me. But I never looked at him in that type of way. And then we did go to high school together. But then he had a long time girlfriend when we was in high school, and it was so interesting because fast forward, when it wasn't dating anymore, I tried to like have her on like Facebook or something like that because like she seemed cool when we was like younger and she was an upperclassman, and then there was a scenario where like we was getting cool like on social media like haha hee hee type shit. Then like it was a whole bunch. It was bitches and like she was venting about her baby daddy, and she was like her baby daddy that shit don't do shit for her. I'm like, oh no, that's fucked up. I tried to motivate her underneath the social media post that she had put up, and then her like the baby daddy family all started commenting like this bitch lying. And they started writing facts and shit like that. Then they started trying to argue with me, and this bitch was nowhere to be found. I'm just like, and then what they were saying was making sense. So they really was telling the truth, and she was the liar, and I was comforting somebody who was a liar. And I'm like, and then I was like, I unfollowed and blocked her after that because like, what the fuck. Anywho, let's get into this 2D Dreamcatcher message. All right. So, there's a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, and specific, or a entertainment business that is facing judgment right now. In order for them to face this judgment, you had to leave a situation or a person in significance. All right, it could be a Sagittarius. It could be a Sagittarius. It could be a parental figure, non-biological, somebody who wanted to act like they were more to you than they were. This person is facing judgment because you left the situation or to gain justice. Libra, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, very significant. You are observing something. Somebody wanted to act as if they want a problem with you, want to fight with you, something like that. Somebody act like they want to smoke with you. This is somebody who could have been trained in a particular career field or setting and still did not master that shit. Um, Something about don't go somewhere with two people at a minimum. It could be a Capricorn, it could be a Taurus, it could be a father figure, a married man who's a father figure, or it could be a Taurus man who's a father figure, very significant. Um, this person could be a sexual defiant. This person is obsessed with you. God is saying no sex traps, pics, or videos. There could be the person is obsessed with you because maybe you post things online, your social media that are very sexy, and this person, this is what they a lot of content that they watch about you. Now, there could be a scenario where you could maybe you don't have the person on social media. Maybe they go to other people who have you on social media and be like, hey, what is this person posting? This and the third. Send it to me. I don't know if you have like an ex-lover or something like that. Maybe you send them sexy pictures or videos. There could have been a scenario previously where this person was sending that content to this very obsessed man. Um, they're gonna like, wow. You're getting justice from this situation. You can be getting justice in regards to your parenting, travel plans, luck and expansion, stuff like that. Someone tried to snitch and or gossip about your sexual prowess. All right. Someone wanted to fight you or fight over you so that they could have sex with you. Hashtag nope. Hashtag psych. Now there's a scenario where you might have other men acting fools over you. Like they believe in their mind. Like let's say there's a man that is sexually attracted to you, and they want to make their way towards you, not knowing what you got going on. There could be, hi, how are you? There could be a man who's sexually attracted to you, don't know what you got going on, whether you're in a relationship, you're single, whatever the case may be. They could just perceive that you're single. That might not be the case, but just take the message how it resonates. This man could have told another man, or could have overheard from another man, like, take the message how it resonates. This man could have told another man that they're about to make a move towards you because they have you as like a conquest in their mind, a sexual conquest. They could have told another man about this. Or there could be another man that is having the same idea as this other man that sees you as a sexual conquest. And some way, somehow, it's communicated between these two men or other men. And now, these men are acting a fool over you, either knowingly or unbeknownst to you, because not in their minds, they all want to date you. Not really date you, they want to be sexually active with you. And the whole thing is, they never communicate this with you, per se. They're communicating amongst each other, and now like they're looking around like you want her, you want her, you want her, you want her, but I want her. So like now they're fighting amongst each other, doing idiotic stuff, really, to who's the best man, who's gonna sexually conquest her. It's me, no, it's me, it's me, no, this is why, in their own stupidity kind of way. Whole time you're doing something the fuck else. They the whole time they don't even have a chance of doing this shit. Somebody could have previously, it could have been a minimum of two men, or it could have been a Taurus male that had concocted a plan to woo you out of your drawers, out of your undergarments. So, but you received justice in the situation. If their plan did succeed and it was an unjust situation, you're getting justice from it. If it never came to fruition, you gain justice because it never took place. Their plans was canceled immediately. All right. There's something about a party that's very significant. Um, this could be actual security at this party, making sure people are not being too rowdy. This could be going to back to like the Drake scenario because Scorpio keep being mentioned. Don't give a fuck. There could be a party where cops and security might be enlisted. There's gonna be a lot of ass shaking. It's gonna be very crowded, full of people, but they're gonna be policed. If it's not a scenario where it's like security and cops there, the God's gonna send some guardian angels or archangels to protect the premises of this party. Something about death bells, cheese, meat, crackers, drink. Something about a charcuterie board. Might be charcuterie boards there. Be careful of charcuterie boards. I don't know why. I know a lot of food right now is being recalled. We're not even gonna get into that right now because God, me and God literally had this. It's so funny because like somebody was projecting on me the other month, like not to be able to get groceries and do certain things, and I was a little sad about that. And I had to like because I had a conversation with God because of the environment I live in. Um, I shop in different places because it's not everything that I want from just one location. And I notice a lot of the foods where I'm at is either not always adequate or is not what I'm used to intaking or want, rather. And I have to go outsource for food. So I wasn't able to do that for like a month or so. And I was a little sad about it. But then I keep seeing all these now as God just started telling me, he was like, all right, I'm about to get you all your shit back. I'm about to get you all your shit back. I'm like, cool. And now as God is like telling me, like encouraging me, talking about he's gonna get all my shit back, I keep seeing all these news reports talking about there's a recall on this, there's a recall on that, there's a recall on this. Somebody was projecting so dang bad because I told you on the previous message, like somebody was trying to do a wasting spell on me. Somebody didn't. There was a bitch that didn't want me to take a shower. There was a bitch that didn't want me to eat. This was like just projecting dumb shit on me. And then it was like a reversal. So like the reverse, this person was projecting on me so dang bad that now they recalling all these motherfucking foods that they be eating. Somebody want me to eat so dang bad. Now they recalling food that you like to partake in eating. You better stop projecting negativity on me because this is getting scandalous for my enemies and ops. So the 2D Dreamcatcher in regards to this message is basically I had a 2D Dreamcatcher message like a while ago, not even this year. And basically it was at night, Scorpio reference. Um and I was traveling somewhere. There's a public transportation center, so it was like different types of transportation. You know, all right, like let's talk about it. So Drake came up to the north in my home state to throw this party. Now, I didn't want to say nothing about it. The only thing I said about it in the previous message is that, like, when I was a very big advocate for Drake, I always wanted to meet him previously, and then God would tell me certain things, and I stopped listening to his music, and I had to stop advocating for him as much. Now, all of a sudden, I don't advocate for this thing no more, and all of a sudden, he want to, for the first time, and to my knowledge, want to come to my home state. This nigga ain't never publicly say he coming over to the home state, let alone throw a freaking party over here. So I'm like, whatever. And then I was like, I seen the content when they talk about he throwing a party over here, and I was just like, I'm not gonna care about this. I literally told myself I'm not gonna care about this, whatever the case may be. Then I was yesterday morning, I was just sitting and thinking, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna think about this real quick. I'm like, did Drake fly here to my home state and on a private jet? Like, no funny shit. Did he fly over here on a private jet? Because I'm pretty sure it's not many private jet airline space companies for him to land his private jet over here in this northern state of mine. So I'm like, you know what? At minimum, it's probably one. I'm like, it probably is like a private business entity. I'm like, because there's only one airport in my home state. There's only one airport. If you want to go to the other airport, the more prominent airport, you go to New York. Now I'm like, Drake had to do like New York shows at some point in time, but I'm like, I don't think Drake be like going to New York like that because ain't he beefing with? So I'm like, he had to take the private jet because I don't think he was just gonna like go to New York, land his plane over there, knowing that he got an op over. The way they say that other man's security details be for like very extensive. No shade. Knowing that Drake be trying to be strategic and not trying to be too seen when he don't want to be seen. I'm like, it gotta be a private jet company, business enterprise, runway strip somewhere where I'm at, because like, and I'm just thinking about it like that. I don't know. But anyways, the 2D Dreamcatcher message was so like I was saying, I was traveling somewhere, Sagittarius embodiment. I was traveling some Sagittarius embodiment, and then there was like a karate for youth building. It's not nowadays. It's not a karate for booth, a booth. Ah, Drake might be making music, in the northern state somewhere. Anyways, or Nicki Minaj. I don't know. I'm like, I hope they not linking up. They not. I'm like, how has to go let her link up and the whole that stage with this nigga doing a house party somewhere? Anyway, to the general public. Anyways, traveling somewhere at night, Scorpio reference, Sagittarius, peep game, transportation center. A whole bunch of Sagittarius. First off the top of my head, Nicki Minaj, Jay-Z, Lil Baby. Now, in the dream thing, I was traveling, going up towards the transportation center. Before I got there, there's like a karate for youth that used to be in this building at the time that I had this dream. This man climbed up the fire escape to get to the karate for youth building. You really didn't have to do that. I'm pretty sure it was a different entrance, but because it was at nighttime, the karate for youth building was closed. Sagittarius. There's a Sagittarius. There's a parent going through a possible custody battle, or somebody was projecting that. If it's not Sagittarius, just something like that. So this man was walking up a fire escape, and there's other people in front of him going up the fire escape to the Karate for Youth building. So basically, breaking the entrance, because Karate for Youth is not open during the nighttime. So this woman goes up the fire escape. She sees somebody go up the fire escape. She gets curious. She goes up the fire escape also. When she gets into the Karate for Youth building, it's like there's an event going on, like a house party or something like that. There's a kitchen, and in the middle of the kitchen, they be having like that desk sink scenario going on, tabletop countertop scenario, very cutesy. But yeah, there's that, and that's where the woman goes to sit while everybody else is in this crowded room with people. And within the crowded room with people, there are so many authoritative figures, like security cops. Really, they're cops. It's like for every 3 people in that room, there was a cop policing them, making sure they're acting orderly. I don't know if there's going to be a party where there's going to be like plainclothes officers, something like that, but just take the message out. It resonates. So in the dream, I'm sitting at the table, but I'm not sitting in the table. I'm sitting to the side of the table. Now I'm just observing the room. This officer, now mind you, authoritative leaders in the dream state also could be like angels and stuff like that. But like angels are usually like depicted to be very tall. These people were regular size, so I don't fucking know. The different denomination classifications of angels. So Taurus, Libra, Aquarius. So justice for a celebrity, justice for a child, justice in regard to a vehicle. Anywho, I'm saying this woman cop comes over to me. She's like Caucasian, light, fair skin complexion, whatever the case may be. She comes over to me, and she's not supposed to be talking to me. She's like makes it known like there's a thing. Them cops not supposed to be talking to the people in the room. I don't even think that those people who was partying in that room was supposed to know that there's cops there, but I don't really know. So the woman, she's not supposed to be talking to me. She comes over to me to the countertop kitchen desk, and she makes eye contact with me, and she goes to reach for underneath the table that's just like a compartment or whatever the case may be, and she goes to like grab this box underneath the compartment while making eye contact with me, and because she needs me to know that we're not supposed to be having a conversation. They and other people in the room, the other authoritative leaders, should not know that we're having a conversation. That she's trying to help me. So she hands me this box. It's like a bell in the box. Now, bells can have so many different spiritual meanings, but like from what I was told from my ethnic group, like um basically death bell, bitch. So like somebody dying, bitch. You can go back to and refer to my previous channel message. It's the enemy in opposition. So she handed me the bell box. As soon as she does that, was at the same time because the distraction was the party was over and everybody had to leave. These cops were then guiding everybody to go on a line to leave out of the party. It was very crowded trying to get the line up to leave out the building. Before leaving out the building, there was a bathroom on the left side point of view. And it was some wild ass shit going on in that bathroom. I to this day cannot tell you what was going on in the bathroom. The woman, when she handed me the box, she narrated to me like telepathically. She says, when you're leaving out of the event, do not look in the bathroom. Do not look. Do not get curious. Do not look in the bathroom. There's people who looked into the bathroom. That bathroom could be significant of like sexual activity. It could be in regards to music or something like that. I don't know if it's unreleased music but I really think it was some sexual deviant shit going on in that bathroom. The woman, the authoritative leader, the cop, she told me, do not look in that bathroom. That woman, that I'm leaving out of the event with everybody else. Some people seen, I heard it. People who did not follow instruction because they told everybody else don't look through the bathroom, just leave. Some people got curious and looked in the bathroom, and then it's like they were summoned in there. It's like they were like under some sort of possession that led them into the bathroom, and then you just hear people screaming these horrid screams, like blood curdling freaking screams. I heard that shit. I'm like, not looking, not looking, bitch. So yeah, it's very significant. So the sacrifice becomes a sacrifice. Types of scenario situation. Somebody could have tried to plan a death trap for you. They could have tried to, I don't know how. Somebody could have enlisted somebody to act as if they was like sexually attracted to you. They could be sexually attracted to you. It could be a minimum of 2 men. It could be an ex-lover involved. They tried to enlist this ex-lover to like get you to go to a particular place because the plan was to like arouse you in some sort of way, make you think like you're going on a date, or maybe you're going with a friend or somebody you know of that you would think as if a friend. But the whole plot was to motherfucking kill you, bitch. And the back to sender reversal was done, and you might hear about that person dying, bitch. Because God has approved a death spell of an enemy. Right on the money. Somebody didn't want you to know this. God, what do we need to know in regards to this message, if anything? Ooh, this one came up right. Card number 51. Beautiful changes are arriving for me. Intuitively, I know this. I continue to maintain peace in my life because of my partnership with God. I am justified through my faith. I am a believer. Something about Leo Cancer. An entertainer who is a mother. A female entertainer who's like a mother figure to others. Scorpio. Balance in physical and spiritual. Libra. Card number 54, Leo. Aquarius, Cancer. It's an entertainer who's a mother figure. Significant change and protection. God helps with decisions to be made in order to align me with my soul's purpose. So I follow my intuition to be abundant, intelligent, and great. I love everything natural about myself. God blesses me with natural gifts. I think that is neat. Money is always a reliable source which is given to me. With inspiring myself and others, I'm an evangelist. God gifts me with what I need. I am an inspiration to myself and others. I have and gain great fortune. I receive all of this shit. God has excuse me. God has blessed me with the spiritual values and physical inheritance, great amounts of intelligence and amounts of wealth. Card number 456. Protection, occult, and career. Aquarius, Cancer, Leo, Scorpio. Aquarius, Cancer. Something about Drake's album with the baby mamas on there. Significant. Um, Aquarius celebrity. Cancer. A baby mama. Leo. A baby mama of an entertainer who's a Scorpio. Very significant. Paid. I'm gonna leave the message right there.